Hi guys, welcome to another digital lesson. Hi guys, to another digital math lesson talking about chapter 12, section 4 about writing equations. Alright, hopefully you guys are ready to jump right into this. If you really liked the last lesson, then you're going to love this lesson. It's pretty much the same thing, except with one key difference. Alright, last lesson we talked about writing expressions. But today we're going to talk about equations. And by definition, an equation is a mathematical sentence stating that two expressions are equal. And the two key words of equality that we have to talk about are the words is and equals. If you see the word is or the word equals, then you know you need to use an equal sign. All right. So as soon as you see these two words, is or equals, you know you better write an equal sign. And that's actually the first thing we're going to look at. We're going to look at example number 1. Make sure you guys copy this down in your notes. And then we're going to look at example number 1. It says write an equation for each sentence. All right. And they say 9 less than y is 5. What I want you guys to do is I want you to start by circling the word is and rewrite your equal sign. Everything on the left of the equal sign you're going to write by itself, and everything on the right you're going to write on the right. So 9 less than y. Less than is one of those phrases that we should move to the back. So this should be y minus 9 is 5. All right, and we got the same thing that they did. Cool. What about this one? A number divided by -4 equals. Now, I'm going to ask you guys to first circle the word equals and put an equal sign right there. All the stuff on the left of the equal sign is going to stay there, and all the stuff on the right is going to be on the right. So it says a number divided by -4. All right, this would just be a number divided by -4 equals 9. And that's it. Now, remember, they say a number, this can be any variable. They chose to use the letter F. More than likely, I'm going to use the letter N, or oftentimes they use the letter X in algebra, but just kind of keep an eye on the homework. We're probably going to use the letter N. All right, so let's go ahead and do skill check number 1. The first thing we should do is we should look for the words of equality. We should either look for is or equals. The difference of 3 and a equals 19. So we're just going to put an equal sign there. 19 is nice and easy. It's just going to go on the right. Now we need to go ahead and interpret what does this say. The difference of 3 and a. Now difference is subtraction, and we're going to keep that in the same order. So we're just going to do 3 minus a equals 19. What about the product of -7 and b is? So that is our equal sign. So we're going to put an equal sign right underneath it. It equals 63. That's the easy one. Now the product means multiplication of -7 and b would just be -7b. Now remember, whenever you multiply a number and a variable, we just write them right next to each other with no signs or operations indicated. This means multiplication. So this would be our answer. -7b equals 63. Hey, that rhymes. Now, example 2, very much the same thing, same process, but they can get a little bit more complicated. So let's go ahead and look at this one. It says, write an equation for each sentence, and the first thing I'm looking for is the word is or equals. Those are what I'm looking for. And I can say 10 more than p equals. Okay, cool. So that's going to be our equal sign. Then everything on the left of it is going to be interpreted. 10 more than, so more than is that special phrase that goes in the back. So this is going to be p plus 10. More than is addition, and it goes behind p. Then equals 28 more than 3 times p. So 28 more than is a special phrase. It's going to go all the way to the back. All right. So then it's going to be 3 times p is 3p plus 28 because it's 28 more than 3p. All right. So this would be our total equation for us to answer. Cool. All right, example B, this one looks a lot more complicated, so I went ahead and left the answer here, and we're going to see if this makes sense. The first thing we should find, and we should pinpoint, is we should find our our word of equality. It says 6 less than the quotient of a number, and 9 is, so that's our equal sign. Everything left on the left of that should be 6 less than. Less than is going to go behind everything. So it's going to go behind, right? The quotient is division, so we're going to divide a number and 9. A number divided by 9 minus 6, good. Then we have our equal sign. 8 more than is going to go in the back. A number squared is going to be this guy right here. Now, remember, if they say a number and a number, then we want to keep that same variable. They chose to use x. So we're just going to keep it here. And 8 more than is going to go in the back. So it goes there. We're just going to take this step by step. Step number 1, we find the equal sign. Step number 2, we interpret all the stuff on the left. Step number 3, we interpret all the stuff on the right. So our equal sign is the word is. All right, 2 increased by p is going to be 2 plus p is 5 less than, this is going to be, less than is going to go in the back. 3 times p is 3p, and we have minus 5 because it's less than 5. And this would be our entire phrase. Another example, first thing you want to do is identify the word of equality. In this case, the word is. So we're going to put an equal sign there. All the stuff on the left is going to be 2 increased by the quotient of a number and negative 3. 2 increased by is going to be 2 plus. Quotient means division, so we're going to divide a number and negative 3. Then we have our equal sign. Twice the number. Twice means multiply by 2. Like if I ask you, or if I said I scored twice as many points in the basketball game as you, right, and you scored 4 points and I scored 8 points. It's 2 times 8, right? And this would be our answer. This would be 2 increased by, I'm adding the quotient of a number and negative 3. It is equal to twice that same number. If you can believe it, we're at the last example of the lesson. We're going to find our word of equality, and the word of equality is going to be equals. So we're going to put an equal sign. The difference, so subtraction, the difference of 3 times y and 2. So we're going to subtract 3y minus 2. This is the difference of 3 times y and 2 equals 19 more than y. So this is going to be y plus 19. It's a weird 9. All right, and that would actually be it. That's everything we have to cover. This is very much like the last lesson. The main thing is we're looking for that word of equality, and then we're just interpreting both sides of the sentence. All right, good luck. Have fun on your homework. If you have any questions, ask me during office hours, or when I ask you, do you guys need any help? All right, cool. See ya.